Hi you guys, welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today I am going to be doing an accountability where my stash is and goals for what I want it to look like by the end of the year. We tried this last year. If you are new to my channel and don't know what's going on, we moved in the middle of last year. We got notice we were going to be moving in June. We were out of the house by July. It was listed, and here we are in the new house. So we moved in September. Then we had, the holidays and stuff. So I'm kicking off January with, once again, trying a stash accountability vlog where I'll come in and check in with you guys. If I make huge strides, I might do it more often. If not, once a quarter, we'll come in, see what these areas of my stash and hoard look like. I'm going to be honest, if you're not familiar with me and my channel, I do have a substantial yarn collection. I have been trying to be more mindful about what I'm purchasing over the course of the last couple years. I have done low buy years. I have done failed no buy years, which is why I only do low buys now. I have been more mindful about what I'm purchasing, my intentions for what I want to use things for, and how I am building and controlling my stash. However, I still have an abundance of fiber. I am already to the point between 2 moves in 5 years that I am down to stuff I actually like. I've had my hands repeatedly, come here. Sorry, Pippin has decided to join us again. I have had my hands repeatedly in my stash, going through skein by skein. So I know I like what I have here. Like, this isn't I want to get rid of yarn. This is just, I need to reduce stash, and I want to reduce it by using it. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys, obviously, my regular project shares every week-ish. As this is going up on when we would normally have a show and tell for project shares. Obviously, I don't have a show and tell this week. So, I will continue to share with you guys my journey in using the Addy and Addy King in making projects, and particularly donations. My goal this year is to make 50 hat and scarf sets to donate this year, primarily using the Addy and Addy King. So, I don't know if y'all can hear the purring, but it's ridiculously loud in my ear. I also have some projects that I am wanting to do with my fingering weight yarn. I have some things rattling around in the old noggin here as to what I want to do. But this video is primarily just to share with you guys, full transparency, where my stash currently is. If you watched last Saturday's video, I will try to remember to leave that in an iCard or something. I shared with you guys what my crafty goals are, and I will continue to add to those goals as the year progresses and I see where we're actually heading and what things I'm actually getting done. I might be able to start focusing a little bit more on certain things. I still need to set up a page in my journal that is projects I'd like to do this year, like my Southern Comforts Fiber Market sweater that I bought the yarn for at the Southern Comforts Fiber Market this year, or last year now. It's 2024 now. Anyway, enjoy the video. I just wanted to come in and do a quick face-to-face before I started filming the room in here, my closet, my stack and the frog, sharing pictures of what I have in my bedroom and in the office and on the sofa. And I have yarn everywhere in this house, I'm not going to lie. The only place I don't currently have yarn is my paper crafting studio and the guest bedroom. Well, in the workout room. But my 3D printer is in there. Yeah. So anyway, you guys, I love you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will pop back in probably almost immediately just to wrap up this video. Okay, guys, so I figured this is probably going to be the easiest way to come in and start sharing with you guys. So this is where my stash is right now. I did lose some storage when we moved, as far as like displayed storage and stuff. I made a lot of progress last year. Those are my ALCs and yarnables. I do keep those separated so I can film about them. The cats are downstairs yelling again. Oh, Lord. So we have a bunch of 1 pound skeins up there. Now I do have my primary stash wall broken down. Those are fingerings. These are sports and DKs. Then we start with worsted, move our way down, worsted, worsted, worsted. And that's all I have left of bulky. So I have actually, it starts right there. Actually, that's hand-dyed bulky too. Goes down and down. So that's all of my Red Heart Super Saver and Impeccable. So I made huge progress on that specifically. Over here, these are my hand-dyed or hanked more than one skein kind of things. I don't necessarily want to make progress out of this other than maybe getting it, you know, worked down a little bit. Some of these are just balls that they fit better in this cabinet. All of my yarn for my sweater, the Southern Comforts Fiber Market sweater, is in this bag right here. I did leave that all together. I have 2 kits up there. I'd love to get to one of these. They're both Persian tiles in different colorways. These are dyeable yarns. These are for me to dye. I have my Advent of Disappointment up there. One day I'll get to the remaining minis for that. We have cakes over here, and it starts with size 1, 3, 3. We start moving into 4s over here, and it ends in 4s down there. These are also mostly cakes over here, and that's size 4s. There's some 3s. A lot of these are Karen or Lion Brand specifically. So that's kind of why these got put over here separately. And we have WIPs down here. I'm going to be honest, I just got done filming a Yarnable ALC unboxing, so we do have a bunch of like hanks kind of laying all over the place. We have squares I haven't sorted yet. We have some packages that I haven't put on the shelf. We do have more in the closet. Probably have to turn the flash on for this. So this is my open fingering that are almost whole. These are some I've set aside that are 20 grams that I think would make a good Advent, maybe. This is a basket of things that need to be finished. We have these are putting together yarns that I'm using to put together my granny squares. And then down there, you can see all of my large kits that I have put together. Eventually, I mean, you can tell I cannot get to that corner of my closet at all right now. And there's a bunch of bags down there. You can see how far down they go. Part of it is, you know, where I moved. I'm still trying to figure out certain things. That's all that I have left of my kitchen cotton is in there. But I definitely have room to make progress. So in here, I was taking pictures downstairs just a minute ago, and I don't have as much stuff downstairs as I thought I did. I'll include the pictures obviously at the end of this, but not quite as bad as I thought they were going to be. Now, all this is what I have set aside either for immediate prayer shawls or to use on the Addy. So even if you look at last year where I was at the beginning of the year, it's not as dispersed as it was before. A lot of the stuff downstairs is active projects and WIPs. And there are things that have been just sorted out. So I'm kind of Surprised at how not horrible it is. I thought it was going to be worse. I do kind of have everything jammed into the yarn studio though. My fiber studio. The cart here, there obviously is more yarn behind the cart, but that is most of my spinning fibers. I'm not allowed to grow out of this in fiber. And I still need to move my table across the hall. This is my cutting table. I used to use it for filming until I got that table in here. But I have a lot of stuff that everything where there were holes now have been refilled. I did have holes in my stash before we moved. So I'd like to get to where I can like make my filming backdrop look a little bit, I don't know, more interesting versus just skeins of yarn. I definitely would like to work down some of these 1 pounds. Like, I'm never going to do the original mandala, so I can definitely use up some of these pinks that I had gotten to do my Mandala Madness blanket. I would like to use the yellows to do some baby blankets maybe this year. The grays and taupes and blacks will be used, and cream will be used to join granny squares. So I'm not quite as worried about those being used. That is some kitchen cotton by Premier there. I do have space in some of these cubes, so it's not like everything is 100% jammed in here. But I would like to get some of these kind of a little bit more loosened up a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of our starting point for this year's Taming the Stash. I mean, a lot of progress got made last year. There's just now with the new configuration, a lot more progress needs to be made. And at least right now, everything's kind of more or less where it needs to be. I've got stuff downstairs that I'm actively working with. I've got stuff for the Addie and the Frog. And that's just because I'll be able to set up in there with my power screwdrivers and be able to crank out things on the Addie without bothering Troy. I can sit there and watch the TV and do stuff. And there's more room in here than it looks like there is. But there's a lot to be worked with. There's a lot still in here to be played with. So, and I do have like projects I forgot to put on my queue. This is an old granny square project that I was making 4 patches. And I haven't touched that in ages. I do have, like, these are kits that were purchased as kits I need to use. So there's lots of places for me to, I'd like to start getting like those smaller kits up here so I can actually see them and will actually work with them. I think there's room here. This is Fiber Studio yarns. And this is Queen City yarns. And this is Lolo Did It. And actually, I need to pull this out because this would look really nice, I think, with this. Nah, maybe not quite. But I want to get things to where they're more visible, where I can do things like that. Where I'm like, oh, that might work. I'd also like to get some of like these things kind of broken down so I don't have quite so many of those. Because I can't see what's in them, which makes it harder for me to choose to work with them because I can't see them. So yeah, Taming the Stash this year is going to be interesting. I feel like I'm starting over from scratch even though I'm not. But at the same time, I am. I guess there's a new starting point. So anyway, as I continue to make progress. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to be something I just check in with you guys every quarter. I might have to do a, 1 month. I do a whole bunch of stuff. So let's see what I did. I still need to finish getting the yarn room together. I never finished really fixing it after we moved in and just kind of got everything sorted so I could find it more or less. So yeah. Yep, so I'm still standing here holding Pippin. He refuses to get down. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the walk through my stash, my commentary on my stash, what my plans are for what groups are where and here. It's a little overwhelming, I'm not going to lie. It's a little overwhelming. That's really the goal, though. I want to make it less overwhelming for me and more exciting. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day. Oh. All he needed was a hug. Thank goodness. You sweet Pippin. You sweet boy. I still have another video to film today, so it's a good thing that he just needed a hug. So anyway, I love you. I hope you're having a wonderful, fantastic day, and I will see you guys real soon. Bye, you guys.